Hello and thanks for joining me for some more Planet Crafter with the Planet Humble DLC. If you are just joining me for the first time, there will be a link in the description below for the complete playlist for this series. So we are picking up a little bit not too long after the last episode. Did put up a couple of extra nuclear power plants over there. In between episodes, and we are going to continue building our new base. Now, one thing that we are going to start needing is a zeolite, and if you look over there, that looks like zeolite over there. So I'm going to see if there's a spot that we can put a T2 or extractor over there and start mining some of that. So we'll cruise on up over here, and there's actually some there, but I do have a full inventory, so I'm not going to stop for that right now. Alright, so I don't know if just anywhere will do around here. I mean, I suppose we want it closer to our base rather than further away, but I'm kind of guessing on this green under here should be fine. So let's chuck one up here and see if it's mining zeolite. It is. Alright, so that'll get us started off. And there is a few bits of zeolite around here that we can just grab off the map. There's a couple of chests as well. I'm not sure if we should start opening them. I do need to find some tree seeds. But I want to get a bit of production running before we do that. Whee! Okay, that's a long way down. Oh, it looks like there's quite a bit of zeolite around here. Don't have a lot of inventory space though, so we're just going to pick up a little bit of it, whatever's close handy to pick up. How easy is it to get down there? Alright, we'll see if there's any more bits and pieces up here. We do have another one of these wrecked rovers up here. Celius seed. Pretty sure that is a flower, not a tree. Yeah. Alright, well, I guess we'll take those. Just keep an eye on our oxygen. I might grab titanium because we do have a little bit of a shortage of titanium. What have we got in here? Bark. Yeah. Alright. Take that. Alright, well, there's more zeolite there, but not enough to get us started. So we do have a bit of a shortage of titanium over at our super alloy manufacturing. So we'll cruise back over to the new base. And let's just run across over here. Shove that in there. Let's see how this is going. That's almost empty. Let's grab this stuff out. Oops, missed two. I don't have room for them. That's okay. Shove them straight in there and get them processing. Alright. Let's grab all that out. Let's see what we've got in here. Guess we'll grab some of that. Take it over here. Okay. What do we need? One of these. We need a titanium and an iron. Alright. Let's drop some of this stuff off. Grab an iron. Grab a titanium. Let's grab a couple more irons. And we'll chuck up a container here. Let's put zeolite in here for the moment. Alright, we need a cobalt. We don't have any cobalt. Grab that. See if there's a bit of cobalt over here that we can steal. Let's shove. We'll keep one of them. We need that. Okay, no cobalt there. No cobalt there. None there. And none there. Alright, so gonna need to cruise back unless I had some in the rover. What do we got in here? No cobalt. Alright, I guess I'm gonna cruise back over to our base. Pick up some cobalt unless I find some along the way. Well, I don't think I will because I don't think it spawns on the map. But I will grab some cobalt and head back. Actually, I reckon I can probably just take down that solar panel. That'll give us some. That'll do it. Alright. So we'll cruise along here. And we'll continue making our base. Now, did I bring... I do have some water on me. Okay. So, let me just check how much space I've got. I'm going to drop a bunch of stuff if I dismantle anything. Let's chuck some aluminum in here. For the time being, these can go... Oh, that's fine. Okay. Let's take that stair down and that doorway. What I want to do... let me see. Let's shove that door in there. Let's pop our stairs back there. Okay. Yeah, that works. Sort of. Alright, so. we need to set up some water generation. I need a super alloy. So we're going to hop down here. And pop up one of these water collectors about there. And alright, so I do have a bunch of water there. Okay, we need a super alloy rod, which I don't think I have on me. Alright, we're going to need to build a crafting station. So we need 3 aluminum. We need a titanium. And we've got the rest of the stuff. I think I'll put the crafter down here for manual crafting. Okay. So let's grab some more super alloy. And some aluminum. Let's make ourselves a rod here. Alright. Let's see. A couple of osmium. We only have one osmium there. Okay. Do I have a container for iridium here? I don't. And I will probably reorganize all of these lockers later. Pop iridium in there. Unless I had... What have we got in here? Alright, let's take all this. And we'll put all this inside. So we've got iron, cobalt, magnesium, silicon, aluminum, and we'll just go with an overflow there. Super alloy. Alright, that's fine. Let's just cruise back. And pick up some osmium. So what we'll do is we'll get some bioplastic being made. And I will just grab that. There's a... Looks like a bit of zeolite over there. Grab that on the way up. Yep. Alright. So through here, actually let's just have a drink, take some water. Osmium. Alright, we'll take all that. Let's hop up here. Let's pick these. Yeah. Let's pop some of this stuff away. Actually, let's eat a squash. Chuck eggplant. I suppose eggplant and squash can go in there. Okay. Let me see. So, we've got one mushroom seed. So let's take this mushroom seed, we'll put a squash seed in there. That mushroom seed, we'll put an eggplant in there. Alright. And grab a bunch of these. Let me see. Alright. What I'll do, actually we've got an extra zeolite there too. I'll leave that there. I'll grab an oxygen. Let's cruise back. Set up an auto crafter. And we'll have it set up to make bioplastic. So until we unlock drones, which is quite a fair way away, we are going to be a bit limited in how much we can automate things. But we've got the super alloy going. So we get some bioplastic going because I'm going to be using a bit of that, I think. We need to get some gas extractors up. Okay, so if we pop one of these, let me see, try and get it fairly central. Like that. Let's shove that in there. We do have some mushrooms in here already. And I'm just going to chuck some water in there too. Alright, so let's set this up for bioplastic. That is going to take water from the water collector. What do we need for food growers? Aluminum, iron, and water. Grab one of them waters before the auto crafter uses it. Alright, so I probably will rearrange all this at some stage, but let's get mushrooms growing in there. Okay, so when they grow, this will take mushrooms from there. it'll take water from the it'll take water from down below. The thing that we will need to replenish is going to be silicon. It'll be sucking the silicon out of here. Do we have a bioplastic container here? We don't. So let's chuck one up. Shovel that in there for the time being. So it's probably waiting on water now. Yep. Alright, so what do we need for another water collector? Let's just pin that. Alright, so aluminum, maybe we'll put 2. Magnesium. Super alloy. And 3 bioplastic each. Okay. Let's see what we've got in here. Let's take all of this. We'll eat that. Alright. So we'll shove iron in here. We've got some silicon. We've got algae. So let's shove up another container over here. We'll shove that in there, unless I didn't already have one, did I? Do, but it's pretty full. Alright, that's fine. This corner one could be overflow. Alright. Aluminum. And I'm just going to shove iridium and the rods together for the time being. That's overflow, actually. No, that's fine. Let's pop that in there. Okay. So all this water is going to be getting used up. Okay, let's take a quick check over here. See how things are going over here. Shove all that in there. Let's have a look in here. Let's grab some aluminum. We've got plenty. But we'll bring it over here anyway. Well, that was the one that was full, so I guess that's going to be full too. Alright, so I think the next thing that we want to sort out is going to be probably gas extractors. In here, let's grab what we can out of that. Okay, magnesium. Take a couple of silicon with us. Keep the bioplastic going. Titanium. Right, we've got a little bit of silicon in there. Super alloy. Let me see. Okay. So. Gas extractors. This one. What do we need for a ladder? Iron and cobalt. Let's grab an iron. And one cobalt. Alright, let's go up here. Let's just pop in a stair, or rather a ladder there. And now we're going to want super alloy. How much zeolite did we have? Okay, enough for 2. So let's put 3 of those back. Iridium. Where was my iridium? Let's have a drink before we die. Okay, so I'll pop up here. I'll hop over here. Or maybe... Oh, put them here. We'll put a couple of gas extractors here. Doesn't like that join section. Alright, so they are going to start producing methane. See how we're doing here. We'll take those out. Let me see. Bioplastic in there. Alright, what else do we want to be producing? I think maybe we should be putting another ore crusher over by our uranianite. So we want a couple of bauxite. Let's cruise over here. We'll grab 2 of those. We may as well grab that out of there. Grab all of that. Keep 2 of them on us. Okay, so what are we out of here? Cobalt again. Alright. Drop off some of this stuff. Just give that a quick sort. Magnesium. Magnesium's full. Silicon. Titanium. The aluminum's full. Alright. Okay. Let's head back to our other base. We want dolomite. What do we need for this? And a uraniumite. Which I don't think we have any uraniumite back at base. I'm pretty sure these pink storms drop super alloy. But I can't really be stuffed chasing them. I've got things to do. What is that? Is this leftover algae from our growers that we had there before that we moved? Okay. That's a pretty full-on... Wow. That's crazy. Whoops. It's a pretty full-on meteor storm. Let's eat one of those. Let's drink one of those. Keep one in our pocket. Actually, we'll take the spares. That's full anyway. That's pretty full. Okay. Alright. Shovel that in there. Let's take some cobalt. What do we need for another one of them? We need another super alloy rod. 2 osmium. Got more osmium. We've got osmium back at the other base, so alright. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab a bunch of cobalt. We're going to take that back over and drop it off over at our super alloy station. We'll make up a super alloy rod. And then we'll go over to our uraniumite. Ore collector, ore extractor. We'll set up a crusher there. And I might also set up maybe, don't know if it's worth it. We set up an auto an auto crafter there or not. It's probably not going to pick up enough. How's this going? Alright, let's chuck some water in there. Let's have a look if our gas is doing anything. That's full. Alright, fill that up with cobalt. It's using it up straight away. Grab that super alloy out of there. Shove that in there. More cobalt in there. Alright, it's missing something else. Let's see what here. No, it's fine. Alright. So a bit more algae here. We're not using it really just yet. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Let's chuck those in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And an aluminum. Okay. And I forgot to pick up osmium. Where's my osmium? There it is. 2 of those. Alright, the uranite will get, uranianite will get on location. We do need a couple of cobalts. Probably not any in there. Let's have a quick look in here. Still 2 from there. We've got water with oxygen. Okay. So let's cruise up this way. I don't know if we can get up through there. Let's try. Well, I guess we sort of can. Check our zeolite as well. And we've got a red sky there. Lots of plant life growing. There's some uranium just on the ground over here. Alright, I'm not going to spend too much time picking that up. Got to find our way to our extractor. So this was the cave that was all covered in ice. Ah, now this has melted. What have we got under here? What's this? Nothing. Nothing exciting. Okay. We do have a bunch more uraninite down here. So is this where our extractor is? Yep, over there. Alright. So, can we... Oh no, I left the bauxite. Okay. I don't suppose I had any in here. No. We'll leave the cobalt. Alright, well what I'll do, I'll pause the recording and I'll run back and get some more bauxite, and I'll see you when I get back here. Okay, so I went and picked up some supplies. So we are going to put down an extra one of these. So we've got two of them working on the uraninite. Let me see. And then what I might do, I don't know if this is close enough. Well, let's put an ore crusher. Probably if I move my beacon. Let's just pop that back over here. Alright. Let's pop down an ore crusher here. Let's grab what we can out of there. That one hasn't produced any yet. Shove that in there. Alright. So, going to put in 2 auto crafters here. Pop on there, and okay, that is in range of everything there. We'll pop in another one. Alright, so that one can be doing the uranium rods, and that one can be doing iridium rods. I mean, this is not perfect because I mean, these is probably going to fill up with junk before it gets enough to turn anything into to rods. But anyway, we'll see how that goes. What do we got in here? Alright, well, let's take that out. Let's take that out. Let's pop that one in there. I won't put the dolomite in there. Let's pop that and that in there. Okay. Alright, I think that's fine. Yeah. While I was running back, we did unlock this. However, pulsar quartz. Now, I'm not sure if did they change pulsar quartz? So, back in my early access playthrough, pulsar quartz was really the only quartz, I think. They've added a few different types. And it was craftable. But I think they may have changed that. So I don't know that it's craftable anymore. Did we check these guys? We did. Carefully manipulating explosive devices in order to extract rare materials. Last status, everything is going well. Okay. Can we grab thingies out of the arms? No. Alright. So, let's head back to the base. I need to put a new beacon on our new base so that we don't go to the wrong one. But that should sort out some of our supplies for a little bit. I think we'll go around this way. See how our gas extractor and our bioplastic is doing. And then that's probably going to be enough base building for a little while. I mean, we'll definitely do much more and make it look all pretty and whatever. But this is only the beginnings. Alright, so it has slowed down and it's probably on account of the shrooms. Yep. But that's fine. It will be a slow but steady... that is ready. It's silicon. It's not the silicon. Alright. Let's shove some iron in here. Cobalt in here. Does take it from the food grower. He's saying that one's ready. That's right, because it takes two and only one's ready. So yeah, it's still waiting on one of these to grow. Alright. So what have we got? Magnesium. Magnesium's full. Silicon. Titanium. Super alloy. Aluminum. And osmium. And we do need some water. I do have one on me, but there should be plenty down here now. Yeah, heaps. Okay. So, let's run across here. Let's check what we got in here. Let's take all that out. Let's shove all that in there. You know what? I will take one of them out, put a dolomite. Okay, so that's chockers. Okay. Let's put titanium in there. That's full, so take those out. Alright. Let's just shove all of this in here. Let's grab another container. Grab all of that. Okay. So I guess what we'll do, let's shove this in here. Alright, now it's iron that it's short on. That's right. I forgot that I had it up on the platform. Alright. That's fine. You know what? I'll just shove that in there. Alright. Can I get on the roof? Yeah, not quite. There we go. Alright, what have we got going on here? Ah, didn't realise that they did oxygen as well. Well, yeah, they do. But I forgot about that. Alright, well, I guess... No, what are you doing? Let's pop up another container here. Shove that in there. Alright, we can whack a silicon in there. Super alloy. Alright. I mean, I guess what we could do is... How much osmium do we have? A little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And an aluminium. Let's make a rod. Hopefully we've got enough power. Alright, yeah, actually, let me look at something. Okay, so the pulsar quartz is not there. But maybe we just haven't unlocked it yet. But I do have a feeling that they changed it so that it is now a mineable resource. And we don't have power for that. Alrighty. We need more power. So we need uranium rods. Alright. Super alloy, water. Let's grab bunch of water. Okay, so I'm not sure how much uranium we have left at home. Let's grab a super alloy. So, let me see. Alright, let's drink one of them. Let's go past our uraninite. And we'll see if it's produced anything. I mean, I've got a feeling that it's going to be like too much of a junk and not enough uranium in the actual ore crushers for the auto miners to be able to produce any. There's another bit of zeolite. I mean, I suppose I'll grab it. Well, I suppose we should check our mining facilities down here as well. Probably should have bought a container here. Okay, well, there's an iron. So what I'll do is I'll put a platform, and when we come past again, well, there's another iron there. So alright, let's grab that. There was one more iron in here. I thought. Yep. Okay. Good. Let's just whack up a... Did I not? Okay, it's alright. I cannot do simple mathematics. That's silicon. Can I find one more iron, please? What are you? Magnesium. Could dismantle one of them chests, I guess, but... Alright, I'm not going to worry about it. We don't have unlimited oxygen on us. Actually, there's an iron there, so... Alright, sidetrack. What I'll do, we'll put up a container, and... Did that grow back? Or is that not the one I just grabbed? Okay, now we can put up a container here. We'll pop the zeolite in there for now. Let's grab all of that out. And I can come back and get this later. Alright, so we are running out of oxygen. Can we make it across there? We do have one capsule, but we can't afford to muck around. When we're there, we need to get there, do our stuff, and get back. With these trees, this place looks pretty cool. Not gonna lie, it does look pretty awesome. Now actually we were heading... Yeah, we're heading home, but we wanted to check if there was... Well, we got an iridium rod. Got one uranium rod. Alright, but not much else. actually producing quite a bit of super alloy, so maybe we don't need our super alloy production. I'm just going to shove that in there for the moment. Let's pull that out. Whack that in there. Alright, I'm not going to bother putting the dolomite in there. That can come back. Alright, now we'll just take all this. Just take this and we will go home to our old home. We'll see how much uranium we've got left there. I know there was some on the ground near here somewhere. But we'll see if we've got enough to put up another reactor. If we can find our way home. Which way is it? It's not through here. Let's see if we can go up and over. Alright. Should be able to get home this way. And I don't know why, but I can't get my jetpack to work. There it goes. Okay. If we have uranium, it will be in here. We have a whole 1 uranium. Alright. That's not going to be enough to power us up. None in there. Okay. Alright. Well, that's fine. Let me see. So, we are 42% the way towards insects. We haven't planted a tree yet. We haven't even found a tree seed. But the numbers are slowly ticking along. But that is probably going to do it for this episode. If you did enjoy this video, please leave me a like or a comment down below. If you'd like to see more, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.